Okay, good afternoon, everyone. As soon as I graduated SPJIMR in 2005, I was contemplating a big decision of heart, but couldn't gather enough courage to work it. A year went by and nothing seemed to be moving until one day in May 2006, I got a call from Voltas Limited. They were offering me a dream job in corporate strategy and M&A department. But more importantly, they were giving me a house, a company accommodation to stay in. I leapt at the offer with both hands. It's said that when you really want something, the entire universe conspires to make it happen. And that's exactly what I experienced. I went home with a double mind, with two feelings. On one hand, I had a company house, and I can walk on a path which I've chosen. On the other hand, I'll have to leave my parents' house, leave the family who has nurtured me, who has offered me unconditional love, who made me stand on my feet. I would stand on my feet, but not run or walk, but maybe fly against them, fly not in line with what they're expecting. That was the day when I made the biggest decision of my life. A decision for which I struggled for over 5 years, to be precise, over 40,000 hours. That day I told my family that I'm going to marry Shilpa. Shilpa, nicknamed as Simplex, was very special in many ways, and more so because she had polio in one of her legs. Polio is a rare disease, which once you get, you can't get rid of it. It has huge stigma attached to it. Anyways, 5 years of affairs, with 5 days notice, we married, and 5 people from my family attended the wedding. We married on 5th June, and the rest is history. For the first time ever, I'm digging deep into the history for this event, SParc 2018. History because those 5 years were a period of great challenge. But more than challenge, those were also the time when I learned the most, when I really evolved, when I transformed myself. It was during that period that I was fighting on 4 fronts all at the same time, with the society, with my family, with Shilpa, and most importantly, with my own self. I was fighting inside and outside, just like Arjuna was doing in Mahabharata. Even I had a Kurukshetra where we had Duryodhan, Bhishma Pitama, Bhim, and obviously Krishna in the battle that I was in. Anyways, grades and career was not really on top of my mind. In fact, that was the reason I landed in Dean's bottom 20 when I was at SP Jain. But I wasn't really concerned because I had a PPO from Marico, so I was chilled about it. Anyways, my family was really concerned about me because they were concerned about my happiness, my life, and what I would do with it. Therefore, they tried everything they could to stop me from marrying Shilpa. They convinced me, they cajoled me. They kept sending me new matrimonial offers, thinking that I will change my mind someday. In fact, 2 of the prospective families visited SPJIMR campus when I was here to see me, but I showed them the beautiful lake. Things moved. But more than family, I think it was struggle with the society, with the community, and with the villagers, which was creating more trouble. That was the first time I really understood what Jalep and Namak Chidakna really means. There were people who came to my family and said, "Is your son suffering from some serious ailment or hidden disability? How much have you sold your son for? We heard that your girl's family has given a 5 crore flat at Nepean Road for marrying her." Sorry, Mr. Gopal Krishna sir, that was Voltas' flat, but people were taking credit for it. Anyways, more than anything else, I think the pain was seeing suffering of my parents. I could not really see their suffering multiplying every day. My guilt was at its peak. On the other hand, Shilpa, whom I proposed first in 2001, denied it, but later I persuaded because I saw her will and determination, her love and wisdom, her attitude towards life despite her disability. She came from a well-to-do family and was much higher educated than I was. She was amongst the best person whom I ever met. In the complex world, given the social stereotype, people often look at the invisible, people often overlook invisible inner quality, but just look at the visible physical disability. And that was something that really pained me. Anyways, things went on. I was struggling within myself of what to do. There was a struggle in terms of, should I go ahead or not? What will happen to me? Am I doing something wrong? Am I on the right path? What next? What will people think? I contemplated a lot of things. I even applied some management principles like SWOT analysis on a piece of paper, but it didn't help. Finally, I consulted a few of my friends, and most of them discouraged me. Then I stopped consulting my friends because I thought they would all just demotivate me and it won't work. I then consulted two of my masters, whom I thought had great wisdom, but both of them had divergent view. It only added to the confusion. I wasn't clear what next, what to do. There was a huge battle inside. Things went on, but time was really running out. And with the time running out, the pressure was mounting. There was a phase where I started crumbling inside. I was myself thinking that we should just break up and it will put an end to the whole story. Contemplation was going on. To get away from the world and to get some time to get deep introspection, I developed the hobby of trekking and went from one mountain to another in Sahyadris and in Ladakh, just to find the answer. I really deep dive into myself to see what really life is, what it means to be being and what it means to be human. After a lot of introspection, I finally decided I should do what is right, no matter what. It will give short-term pain. It will lead to some problems in short term. It will be inconvenient. But once I do what is right, I'll be able to walk the path. I'll be able to talk about it. I'll be true to myself. And at the end, I'll be able to convince my parents that what I'm doing is right. At one stage, I decided I should just go ahead and marry. And that's what I did. More than the story, I think the process of this 5 years was something that was written in the temple of Apollo at Delphi, that know thyself and you know the universe and the gods. In this 5 years, I really got to know myself a little bit. And there were 5 key learnings that I got. One is, do things which are right, even if that is inconvenient. Second learning was, do something for higher purpose and not for own selfish needs. Third is, make difficult choices. Fourth, take risk. Explore yourself. And fifth, I forgot, I think there's too much pressure. Be objective in your decision making. Anyways, those 5 things really helped me at every stage in my life as I moved from corporate career to entrepreneurial and to the social sector. And with this, I would leave a message for all of you, especially the students. I think the first challenge that you face in your life, I wish that all of you face a very big challenge early in your life, because there is a time where you have very little to lose. That is a time we can really build, you can really bounce back, you can really strive and come up. And if you face that challenge early in your life, it will define the path of your life and your career and lay the foundation for it. It is said, if you are too comfortable and smooth, you are not living enough. So just leave. Thank you.